The Last Bus Stop. Every evening at exactly 6:10 p.m., an old man sat on the wooden bench at the last bus stop on Maple Street. The paint on the bench had chipped away years ago. The bus stop sign leaned slightly to the left, as if tired of standing. Most people passed without noticing him. To them, he was just another lonely old man with silver hair and tired eyes, but his name was Henry Walker, and he was waiting for someone who would never come. Henry carried a small brown paper bag with him every day. Inside it was a sandwich, peanut butter and jelly, and a folded napkin with a name written in blue ink. Ethan. 10 years ago, this bus stop was full of life. Henry used to stand here with his 8-year-old son, Ethan, every afternoon. Ethan loved buses. He loved the sound of their engines, the hiss of the doors opening, and the way the bus driver always waved at him. "Dad," Ethan would say, bouncing on his toes, "one day I'm going to drive a bus. I'll take people everywhere they need to go." Henry would smile and ruffle his son's hair. "And I'll be your favorite passenger." Back then, Henry worked long hours at a hardware store. He was always tired, always busy, always telling himself there would be more time later. Then, one rainy evening changed everything. Henry was late that day. The store had been short-staffed, and by the time he reached the bus stop, the rain was pouring hard. Ethan stood there alone, soaked, holding his backpack tightly. "I waited," Ethan said quietly. Henry snapped without thinking. "I told you to stay home if it rained. Do you think I don't have enough stress already?" Ethan didn't cry. He just nodded. That night, Ethan went to bed without dinner. The next morning, Ethan never woke up. A rare heart condition, silent, undetected, cruel. Henry remembered screaming in the hospital hallway, begging God, doctors, anyone, to give him one more chance. One more hug, one more bus ride. But life doesn't rewind. After the funeral, Henry stopped going to the bus stop. Months passed, then years. Until one evening, driven by guilt heavier than grief, Henry returned. He sat on the same bench, the same time. 6:10 p.m., and he cried, for the words he never said, for the anger he never apologized for the love he assumed would always have time. From that day on, Henry came every evening. He brought Ethan's favorite sandwich. He imagined his son beside him, legs swinging, talking about buses and dreams. People noticed him eventually. Children asked their parents why the old man always sat there. Teenagers mocked him quietly. Some adults felt uncomfortable. Only one person ever spoke to him, a young woman named Lily. She was a college student who missed the bus one evening and had to wait. She noticed Henry staring down the road, eyes full of stories. "Are you waiting for someone?" she asked gently. Henry hesitated, then nodded. "My son," Lily smiled. "He must be important." He was everything. Over time, Lily listened. Henry talked about Ethan, about regret, about love that arrived too late. One evening, Lily said, "You know, maybe you're not waiting for him anymore." Henry looked confused. "Maybe you're honoring him." That night, Henry went home lighter than he had in years. Weeks later, Henry didn't show up. The next day, nor the next. Lily worried. On the fourth day, she found a note taped to the bus stop bench. "If you're reading this, thank you for listening to an old man's heart. I've learned that love doesn't disappear. It waits. I'm finally ready to move forward. Take care of this bench for me." Henry passed away peacefully that night in his sleep. At his funeral, only a few people attended. But something strange happened the following week. A small sign appeared at the bus stop. "Ethan's Stop. Dedicated to all the love we don't say in time." People began sitting there, talking, apologizing, calling loved ones. And every evening at 6:10 p.m., when the bus arrived, the driver still waved. Some say that on quiet days you can feel a presence there. A father and a son, finally riding together. Because love, even delayed, never misses its final stop.